We all bring different strengths to the table. You know, you have guys who are, have really good endurance. You have guys who have speed. You have guys who have both. So we're all pushing each other, challenging each other. And I think it just, like the saying, iron sharpen iron, is just going to make us better and bring the best out of all of us.
Yeah, we know Wakefield High School just because it's one of 3 public tracks in Arlington. Pretty lucky to have 3 really nice tracks that are open 24/7. Some places have it better than others, some places have it worse than others. I think we're pretty lucky. I think part of the reason that we're lucky is because when we started out as a group, we didn't have any resources, so we didn't have, we didn't have a home track, kind of had to move around pneumatically, place to place. So it's kind of been natural for us to kind of go back to that. These are our fancy wickets. The only job of a wicket is to be about 6 inches high, so saves about $200. So find it on Amazon, just look up craft wire.
So I still don't know why he have those wickets. I know he could get the regular wickets. I don't know. I have to ask him that. That's a good one. He loved those wickets, and I mean, he works, so we get it done.
We're a big blue-collar team, even though we might have a brand sponsorship. We don't want to lose that blue-collar mentality, and so we want to show people who follow us that, hey, you can still get it in by any means necessary. Yes, we're in a pandemic right now. Yes, things are shut down, but the work doesn't stop.
So we have Ido Sebadine, Kwamel Prince, Alex Amanqua, Thomas Staines. Jacob Dumford is going to be here later doing an actual harder track workout. And then we have Vince Crisp, CJ Jones. Women's side, we have Jasmine Frey, Maddie Kopp, Claudia Saunders, Rachel Prokratsky, and then Michelle Hull.
Speed days are a lot more looser, but also very competitive because all of us deep inside think we're sprinters, and we're always going back and forth to see who's the fastest. It's me, by the way, but it's always fun to do that.
Right around that tree, take off from that light post, and then it's to where I'm at the top.
Yeah, meeting Tom was, at first I was a little surprised because I was like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him.
And Tom was telling me how that they're forming a new group in DC and how they're wanting to recruit 800 meter and 1500 meter guys.
Everybody wants to take a rep. Everybody wants to, lead a rep. Everybody's 145, 146 or better. So you're just not training by yourself. You're training with good athletes.
I moved to DC specifically to coach collegiately, to work with Coach Matt Centrowitz at American University. At the same time, I was working with Carrie Gallagher, so I got to see her training on the track. I got to see her relationship with Coach Centrowitz off the track. Low 4, perfect. Walk jog. She went from 419 down to 403 in a span of 4 years, and thought that if this could be replicated on a larger scale, that this could bode well for professional running. Coach Centrowitz, Drew Mearns, and myself, 3 co-founders of the group, we decided at 2015 USA's that we were going to go ahead and pull the trigger and start the group in the Olympic year 2016. And on the way home, on the plane, I paid for Wi-Fi, and I emailed pretty much anybody that was under 345 in the 1500, 150 in the 800 on the men's side, and under 420 and 206 on the women's side.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Can't do your sprinting in your sunglasses.
Me neither, actually. I didn't realize until I was overlooking it last time.
I was planning on staying with my coach at the time for the foreseeable future. I had literally just signed a lease, had the whole plan, moved in, and then I got an email from District Track Club. So
So I first met Tom when I was still at A&M. And it's so funny because the reason why I found out about District Track Club is because actually Maddie Kopp reached out to me because Maddie's boyfriend and I went to high school together.
I think what I was looking for at the time was just a really individualized approach to training. Whether and I think you see that a lot in the 800 because there's a lot of different ways to train for that event. We have people on our team that are more sprint focused, and then we have people that are a little bit more aerobic.
They're very driven women. They're very driven, very goal-oriented women. Claudia and Maddie want to go to law school. Michelle has her MBA, and I want to go into public health. So we're all doing like such different things, and we're all very goal-oriented, even off the track.
14 flat for Jasmine. Let's shoot for 15 flat for Julie and Michelle. How much time you guys got left? How much time you guys got left? 2 minutes? Okay, cool.
Hey, there you go. Just be
All the way.
Get that money.
Oh, he gone. No, that's 27. That's 27.
I'd say the biggest performance of that year, Eidos went to the Olympic trials. He was I think he was 31st out of 32.
So they take the top 32 people, and I was ranked 33rd. Tom just told me, like, hey, just continue racing like you have been all season. I was winning a lot of races that year, and I was very consistent. I hadn't fully broken through, like, that 147 barrier yet.
Came into the meet with a 147 PR, left the meet running 146 twice. Yeah, it was a breakthrough experience for him for sure.
That Olympic trials moment was kind of like a big aha moment for the both of us. The times can come. Like, I know a lot of track athletes, they tend to focus on time, but if you actually focus on racing well, the time can take care of itself.
14-2, good. The information I got from last night on the call is that the 8 will be significantly more competitive than the 1,000. So I'd like you guys to make the decision together and not just switch.
It's really great. He likes to say that we have like a very blue collar mentality. When I first came here, like in college, if it was like raining really bad, we would just cancel practice or move to later in the day. So I got here and our first like month and a half was just straight downpours, and it was just like, all right, we're gonna go tempo run on the Custis today.
No, a girl from UVA. She ran in Delaware. Track on the professional level is an individual sport. I will typically have some training conversations in the recruiting process with the athletes, but I will probably talk more about how we're going to set up your life when you're here. Like, what do you want to do from a professional standpoint? A lot of our athletes coach, a lot of them work at nonprofit businesses in the area. So yeah, we really try to get them into a professional setting off the track that gives them a little bit more purpose. So that's huge for us.
I love it. Well, I'm from New York, so it's not too bad of an adjustment. And I want to go into public health and like public policy and foreign affairs. So this is like the perfect place for me to be anyway. So it worked out super well. So when he actually was recruiting me, I was like, I feel like this is a sign. Like, I feel like this is definitely, I should go here.
I could tell pretty early on, that Jasmine would be a really, really good coach. Just because she's extremely caring, about her teammates. So I figured, when I had to pick somebody to help coach with me at Episcopal, specifically a female, she was the first one I had in mind.
Yeah, they're very competitive just because they're so driven academically, and so they're going to be driven athletically also. And it reminds me a lot of myself because I used to be that way also. So.
Yeah, we're at Episcopal High School. Alex, Jasmine, and I all coach here. Alex works with the sprinters.
So right now we have the sprinters right here just working on some drills, getting good mechanics, teaching them form and everything like that. A lot of them are new to running, but we also have some guys who are going to move on to the Division I level, some guys who are going to Georgetown, some trying to get into Florida and things like that. So we have a couple of guys here.
Quote I like that Coach Centrowitz, said to me a million times is great athletes make themselves. And, to be very, very good on the professional level, you have to be in charge of yourself, on the track, off the track. So whether it's the athletes that are coaching at these schools or whether, whether it's just any athlete on our team, it's easier to learn about yourself when you're coaching.
It puts a little bit of pressure, but it's a good pressure, a little bit of fire, because it's like, hey, these people look up to you and they want you to do well.
I'm someone that was blessed enough to have great coaches in my lifetime, my club coach, my high school coach, and my college coaches. At that point in time, I didn't feel like I fit that mold yet. And so, you know, Tom being Tom was like, you know what, just relax. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you have to start somewhere. Like, just try it out. And I think that it can make you a better athlete.
Yeah. Go the opposite way as him, though.
So right now we're at Episcopal High School. It's a boarding school that I coach at. And yeah, these are all the kids that I coach. Some of them are sprinters, some of them are middle distance runners, some of them run cross country and they're, you know, longer distance. So we have a variety of children that we want to coach, and it's really fun.
Having the athletes coach comes from this place of wanting to do our part to help the running community, to give back. But at the same time, yeah, the athletes benefit tremendously from working with athletes.
Even being at Wakefield, one of my DTC teammates, he works there. You know, he's a coach at Wakefield.
Yeah, I coach here, so I come out here at 9 o'clock in the morning, then I come back out here again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's like a 2-a-day for me. Yeah. But I mean, it feels like home to me, especially coming out to this track and practicing, and then seeing my kids come out here and practice on them as well. It's always interesting to see, and I know the measurements, 400 meters, and it's just like, we actually do the same workout sometime. I'll be like, if I have 6 400s, y'all got 6 400s today, so they feel my pain. So
it kind of helps me check myself, things that I teach the kids, things that I tell the kids to do. It's important for me to do it as well, so I'm not being a hypocrite of what I'm teaching. So definitely they motivate me, they push me, all that good stuff, yeah.
So we're at Wakefield High School again. This is kind of our primary track for our race pace type workouts. A lot of our athletes are racing next week at Liberty University. Jasmine and Maddie, they are running an 800 in 2 weeks. Maddie's actually running an 800 next week as well. So they're going to do a little bit different preparation. They're going to start with a 400 at 800 pace, and then they are going to change into flats, do some more 200s at 800 pace, then they'll change back into spikes, and then they will do either a fast 200 or some fast 150s.
Ready, go!
Today, Tom was very focused on effort. I'm someone that likes to focus on time a lot. But he said to me, you know what? Don't focus on the time, just focus on the effort and do the best that you can. Try to hit it evenly. And then that's what we did, and we ended up hitting the time. So it ended up working out really well.
All of the above, on the track, off the track. They've been so great, just like having as friends, having as teammates.
And she's really good at like the sprinting, like the really fast short sprints, so that helps me.
Bringing that all together, I think, helps bring out the best of us all, so that's been amazing.
We work really well together for that.
So today was good?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good workout.
For so long, I just took being at practice for granted, and putting in these hard workouts. It's been really fun to be back in this situation where I can leave practice and think, oh wow, I'm gonna be sore, which is awesome.
Like athletes that kind of have an underdog mentality, that kind of have something to prove. This running on the professional level is a huge challenge, and more so mentally than anything. And if you don't step on the track every single race with something to prove, it's going to be a long day for you.
I want our team to be the best middle distance group in the world. And I think we have all the tools for that. It's just about connecting and putting it all together. And I'm excited to see what happens, because I think we're really good. We can really do something special, all of us.